Just getting ready. Look who's at our door.
Good morning.
Good morning, my friend. All right, we're leaving Emmett, Idaho, where we did not have a bar night. We walked from the hotel to a stinky pizza place. John dealt with a vegan pizza. I told him to get cheese on half, but he was going full vegan brotherhood. It wasn't bad. We had a beer there. And then I was like, all right, let's get a ride share to the Roundup bar, have a couple of drinks, meet some weird locals. So I went back to the motel, and then John's like, yeah man, but they have free Netflix here. And so he's like, I'm just gonna get a 6-pack of Bud, and we'll sip on some Jim Beam. And I'm like, but man, this is our last chance. But no dice. I was kind of tired, and I had a lot of emails to catch up on and blah-de-blah. So it was probably better to use the time wisely. But, you know, come on. So anyway, that was our big bar night. The motel was pretty cool, man. It's like cinder block rooms with weird barnwood and roof tin. Kind of liked it. It was good. Made some coffee, watched those enormous Harleys ride off. And then we had the door open and we were packing up our stuff. And up to the door rides Steve. I knew we were going to see him today. So he sounded like the desert section in Utah was pretty outrageous, but he did see some cool stuff. And he didn't like that desert section in Utah that we went through either, through the Critters of the Moon Preserve. Pretty brutal. It really was pretty brutal. Adjusted our chains. I seem to have to adjust mine like every other day. I guess, I mean, it's a new chain, so whatever. And there'll always be some point throughout the day where I'm like, did I definitely tighten down the axle? And I'm totally not sure if I did or not. That would be a bad thing to not do. So now we're going to some place that starts with a P to make sure we've filled up every object we have with gasoline, because there's a 200-mile stretch with nothing. I think we'll make it no problem, but you know. And that's it. Last bit of Idaho. And then we're into the last state of the trip, which is freaking me out. Can't believe it. Oregon to the coast. Alright, we're just dealing with the terrorist gravel, the obligatory morning farmland. And you can see on there, sometimes it does a little weird jag that doesn't actually match the road. And I'm pretty sure that's where Sam went off to take a piss out there. You know? But this road isn't fun. The dust is disgusting. There's no wind, so it just like hangs in the air. And when trucks go by, it's really gross. So I'm hoping we get out of this soon. This road isn't fun. Kind of slipping and sliding all over the place. And the dust. John did just chime in on the comm and said that if I wanted to lead, it was fine with him. So chivalry is not dead. But I missed a turn back there, so he sped ahead. That's the rule. So it's fine. But look at this. It's gross. Idaho's been pretty damn cool, and I know we've seen just like a tiny percentage of it. But man, the Sawtooth Mountains, pretty incredible. I gotta bring the family back there sometime. I'm psyched to go back through these videos and make a note of all the places that we gotta go together. Pack up the RV and do a big trip. We just gassed up at the last gas for 200 miles, filled up my bladder. John's got a gallon of spare. I think not too worried about it. And we're back on the TAT, and I'm guessing we'll get into some dirt soon after we get out of this town. That's the Snake River over there. And when we crossed it in American Falls, I think I thought that it went and carved out the Grand Canyon. I don't know how the geography of that would work, but anyway, that's not true. I don't think. I'm sure future Ange corrected me. But the Snake River is the river that Evel Knievel tried to jump over in a rocket car, or whatever the hell that was. And like many of you, I had one of those Evel Knievel toys with the motorcycle and the red launcher. The thing was awesome. And I actually, when I was a little kid, I was on a swim team, and we had a meet at some country club, and and my family and I happened to walk by his car. It was a Spitfire. I can't remember what kind of car it was, but he opened the trunk to put his clubs in, and it was lined with mink fur. That was impressive to me at the time, and I got his autograph on a napkin, and I still have it somewhere. And then later we heard a story about him in that golf club. There was a par 3 hole where the tee was like way up high and the hole was like way down low. And I guess Evel Knievel took a dare, may have been drinking a little bit, and jumped a golf cart off the tee. Totally smashed everything to pieces. Evel Knievel, man, he was humongous back in the day. And I remember when that Snake River thing happened. That was a huge event. Snake River, and we have a couple of options, and John's gonna explain what we're doing or what we're thinking about doing.
So you may not know this, but there's a section here in Idaho that on the TAT that you have to get on the interstate, and I've never been on the interstate. That's not true. We did a half-mile one time coming out of Hurricane Creek on the interstate, but our choice here is we got to get on I-84 for about 5 miles and then get immediately off of the next exit. But I did some investigating on Google Maps and everything, and there's a road right there. It says Primitive Road next 22 miles. And we could take that instead and zigzag our way through all these hills and come out the other side in about an hour. So we're gonna have to flip a coin and decide, are we more likely to die riding the shoulder of the interstate or starve to death and get our bodies picked apart by buzzards in the desert? What do you want to do, Ange?
For some reason, the buzzard death sounds better than the interstate death, just as far as things for my kids to talk about. It seems cooler. But that doesn't mean that's what I want to do at all. What are you thinking?
I go either way.
It feels like it's a choice between a quick death and a really slow, painful death. Quick on the interstate, slow with the buzzards.
I guess our fuel is also a concern, right?
Oh yeah, because we only have 200 miles going Sam's way on the interstate.
Right.
So that adds another 30 miles or whatever.
Right.
All right, now I'll get a coin out. Well, it wasn't so much as a coin toss as a can we afford to waste 30 miles of fuel? And the answer is no. So we're doing this very stupid, hellish thing. I just tried getting on the freeway yesterday to go to that stupid Best Buy. And there was so much traffic. It was so dangerous and I hated it. And I just got off the next exit. This isn't as busy. And honestly, I think we'll be fine. As long as the trucker isn't all hopped up on ephedrine going 100 miles an hour and doesn't see us. 3 and a 65. Now let's see what Little Ugly Home Fry has to say about this hill. Well, there's gas right there anyway. I don't know why he marked that last spot as the last spot for gas. I'm sort of flashing my brake light to these truckers behind me so they don't murder me. Sorry, dudes. Hopefully this is it. Wasn't that bad, I guess. Well, we just saved 30 miles of who knows what, so I think it was a good choice. Wasn't that bad. Okay, we just passed into Oregon. We're now in our last time zone and our last state. Idaho, I'll miss you. You were a good state to me. why, but I was expecting Oregon to be like forest, huge trees, sort of right away. I don't know why. I think that's coming. But this is kind of more deserty scrub, hot as hell kind of situation. Let's talk about haircuts. I'm not sure why I'm thinking about haircuts right now, but I haven't gotten my hair cut at a place in probably 12 years. And the reason is because it feels like being locked to an interrogation table, or like handcuffed to a chair where you're completely obligated to talk to the person cutting your hair. And I don't know why I don't enjoy that, but I really don't. Like if you go to like a barber shop, the dudes there want to talk about sports. And what I know about sports could fit into a delicate little thimble. I don't care about sports one bit, except if my kid's playing it. I tried to figure out one time, like, say I liked football, and I watched, you know, a game a week every Sunday or whenever they have. Is it Monday? I don't know. But I counted up the hours, and it was a large sum of extra life that I got by not watching sports. Same with going to church. The amount of time I've gotten by not going to church is astounding. I just see it as basically extra life you get. I know people like going to church, and I get it. It's a nice social thing. It's a good way to hook up with people who are doing good things. And I feel a little guilty that my kids didn't get that. But the few times they've been to church, they're like, what is this? Because imagine if you'd never been and you went. I mean, there's some weird stuff going on. No matter which type of church it is, it's odd if you've never experienced it before. So anyway, that's a whole nother subject, but how did I get from haircuts to that? So anyway, I tried everything with the haircuts. There was this one guy in Santa Monica when we lived in Los Angeles, and I was just straight up with him. I was like, dude, can I just bring a book to read while you cut my hair? Would that be offensive? And he's like, no, I don't care. And he was like, you know, I talk to people because that's sort of what I'm expected to do. I don't really like it. Which I assume would be true. I mean, God, man, you just must get sick of the small talk. So I tried that, but I felt so self-conscious, like reading a book while someone's cutting your hair, that's weird. It was too weird. So what I did was, first, I chose a hairstyle that doesn't matter if you're a good hair cutting person or not. My hairstyle is the lack of a hairstyle. It really doesn't matter what you do. And so I started cutting my own hair in the shower. And my technique is I grab some hair in my fingers, you know, like that, and then chop a little off. And it's usually a 3-day process. You know, I'll take a shower one day, cut a bunch of hair off, and then the next day some more, and the next day some more. And again, if you don't care what your hair looks like, this is perfectly acceptable. And so that's what I've done for the last 12 years. And I'm so much happier. Plus, there's another couple of hours going to get my hair cut every 2 months or whatever it is that I've saved. More life. I can see it being fun if it was somebody like you've gone to for, 10 years or something, and you like become friends and you have sort of real things to talk about. But the weather, sports, it's just not fun. Holy crap. I hope you saw that. Damn. So Johnny Powell's back there, stuck behind a truck, eating dust. And I've been looking for a place with some shade to pull over and just wait for him. Drink some water. But man, shade is at an extreme premium here. There's nothing. Nothing, I tell you. Just took a little shade and water break, and Johnny caught up. And we actually had a little hint of service there. And somebody sent him like an updated fire map. And it does not look good. We are headed just straight into it. So we're gonna try to make it to this next gas stop and ask some people what's up, because I know there's gonna be road closures and all kinds of stuff going on. And also I have a bladder of gasoline on the top of my pack in the back there, which may be problematic anywhere near floating embers or anything of that sort. So hopefully there's a way through. Also, Steve is up ahead of us. He left this morning before we were packed up. He just stopped by to say hello and sped off. And we're hoping there's service up here too. Maybe he'll text us and give us an update. I should have just texted him now and asked him to do that. Oh well. We'll figure it out, but the fire map did not look good. It was just all up and down. Not sure what's going to be up with that. Anyway, in probably about 20 miles, this road starts to get pretty curvy. Looks like it's climbing. Hopefully that's what it is, because it's hot. Some elevation would do us good. This is what I was expecting from Oregon. So this wildfire situation, my sister and my mom are going to be pissed that we're this close to them. But we looked a couple of days ago and we were like, oh, they're way north of where we're going. So no worries. Well, either they weren't where they are now, or we don't know how to read a map, or some combination of those two things. By the way, this little road is awesome. Just winding through the forest, nice and smooth. No terrorist gravel. This is great. babies. It's always the babies. Yep. There you go. No. There you go. Thank you. Those murderous baby cows. So Oregon's why I brought that saw, that silky saw, which I never used and sent home. But I was watching Jeremy Ride's trip, and man, they had all sorts of trouble, but they went on Kevin's route. So I don't think we'll run into that. But, you know, since I sent it home, we'll need it. This road is out of control. Well done, Sam. This is a good one. See that big wet cow turd back there? That'd be another funny way to go. Yeah, he just slipped on a cow turd and went off the cliff. What can you do? Like being 7 years old on some amazing amusement park ride. Trying to think, I don't think I've ever been in Oregon before. Never been to Portland. Bend, Oregon was on our list of places to maybe move, but we never went and checked it out. I went to Arcata, California, which is right on the border of Oregon, for a Beth Orton music video. Why did I remember who it was? And that was beautiful. And then I was never been to Seattle. I've been to Olympia for a job, making a commercial for the Army. That's about it. Mendocino, California. Never Oregon. Till now.
Ange, what'd you think about that road?
As soon as we got up in the tree line, it turned into this like snow white path, paved, just beautiful, smooth.
Yeah, how come there's a paved road in the middle of this forest, and all those other forests we went through, there's
I don't know.
gravel?
And we've been in here for what?
An
An hour or two?
Yeah.
Have not seen anybody. No cars, no trucks, no humans of any sort.
Except for those people camping right over there.
Yeah, until we pulled into this campground.
That road was wicked. I mean, it was just curve after curve. Beautiful.
I'm bummed too because I think we might be missing some of this stuff because of the fires. Like, I wonder if it's like this all the way through.
Yeah, after we crossed into Oregon, the first little bit was a little bit boring. It looked just like Idaho. There's no shade, just a little shrub brush and sandy gravel roads. And then we headed up into the Malheur National Forest. Also a little bit of the Wallowa Whitman National Forest. And it's been great. And we just pulled into a little campground to sit at a picnic table for a minute and take a break because it's a lot of riding. And I'm looking at the map and it looks like we have, another 40 miles maybe to get to the town of John Day, which is where we will gas up and probably look at this wildfire situation and make sure we're not driving straight into it.
We're off the Fairy Tale Road and onto a more normal forest road. And we took a look at that fire map again. We don't have service, but he's got a screenshot of it. And we think we're not going to be dealing with fires until maybe tomorrow or the next day. And we also think there's a way through, which might be a bummer, but I mean, it might be a bummer to miss some of the TAT, but I'm sure if there's dangerous conditions, the forest roads are going to be closed for sure. So when we get to Joe May, we'll see if anybody has any clue what's going on. This is the opposite of the fairy tale road. Good Lord. It's hard. Woo. Okay. Oh. Oh. Whoa. Oh, now John's putting the pressure on. This is brutal. Not very good form right there. That was hard. Nice. Don't look. Nice. Don't look at it. Don't look at how nice it is. I'm so paranoid about going over a dagger of a rock and getting a puncture. That can't happen. Oh, it can happen. I don't want it to happen. Well, when we were calculating our times of where we might get to at that break back there, we of course didn't know that this was coming. It's kind of fun, but very slow. You would not believe how good it smells here, even with the wildfire smoke. Man.
I don't see a choice on the map.
I think it's that way.
Which way? Down?
I think it's up. Wait. Yeah. No, I think this is right.
That seemed wrong. Let me try this way.
Oh. Oh. Yeah.
This also seems wrong.
Yo.
This seems wrong also.
Really?
Yeah.
Does it peter out?
Well, there's a tree across the... Not a huge tree, there's a tree across. And... I don't know. Just look at... It just looks like GPS wise that I'm not going on any kind of route.
Gaia makes it look like...
It looks like it's up.
It looks like it's up, except for... Yeah.
Did we miss another turn?
I don't think so. Let's just give it a try, I guess.
Watch out for these little pieces of tree that are cut real low in the center.
Okay.
I don't know what you call them. Like that one right there.
Sam, this is sketchy.
Yeah, this doesn't seem correct.
This doesn't seem Sam-like.
And it just ends. It just ends right here. So either it's that one below or there's another one up here somewhere.
Yeah.
All right, so we were back here, right? Let's see if there's another turn we missed. We were...
Yeah, because this whole thing didn't really seem quite right. When it got all overgrown and stuff. Oh shit.
Did you hit one of those things?
I hit just a major tree.
Oh.
But I don't see anything up there either.
Let's go up a little bit more just to make sure.
All right.
So we just regassed right here, right?
Yep. Yeah, didn't we turn around up here and come down this one instead of... Hey, Chipmunk.
I don't know, man. I'm just looking at it just thinking, I'm guessing maybe up here there's going to be a road going left. Either that or we do have to go down that sketchy one. This is where we refueled. Pretty sure.
Because there was one where you had already turned around and went back by me. And I think it was this. And we came down this one.
Oh, do we need to go up?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Gotta be.
Gotta be. Okay.
But guy is all fucked up. Right.
It's
Yeah.
gotta be right.
At least we didn't go too far down the wrong trail. Yeah, that didn't seem like a Sam thing. You can sort of tell what he would and wouldn't put you on. Not to say he hasn't put us on some weird stuff. This doesn't look pleasant.
This fucking sucks.
Oh shit, man. You got a spare tube though?
I do. Thing is, I plugged this into my bike and it went zzz, and it's fucked. You guys have a pump?
Yeah, I've got one. Oh, that blows, dude. Well, we knew we were going to see Steve again. We didn't know it was going to be this whole situation. Troubles. This is his first flat ever.
I think this should thread into there.
Alright, Steve's hooked up. He's got his tire back on. cleaning up. And hopefully we're gonna get to, is it John May? Joe May?
John Day.
John Day. I don't know what I've been saying all day, but it's not right. All right, Steve is on the road again. Helped him change his tire. His air pump got fried somehow, and so I let him use that that slime air pump, which I love. And I think he's good to go. His tube was too big, so it's like mine, where it's gonna have the fold in it, which can cause problems, but hopefully it's gonna be cool until he gets to a shop. And that's it. We've gone about 185 miles, 9 hours with probably an hour to stop and help Steve. And we were gonna try to get further than, is it John May? I don't know what this place is called. John Day? I don't know. We were gonna try to get further than that, but we're tired. I don't know. Maybe we'll just stay there, see what it's like. I think we still got a little ways to go to get there. Maybe another hour, probably 30 miles. Something like that. And it also depends on if Sam's gonna throw any more doozies our way. I'm sitting on my pack right now. My ass has been calling me non-stop the last couple of days. I had this idea that after the first week, the ass would just change its molecular structure and deal with the situation at hand. But that didn't happen. It's ass pain throughout. It actually did. I thought that had happened for a little while. There were a few days where my ass didn't call me one time. But it's back. I think John's having the same ass problems. It's too bad the human body doesn't have like more than one ass, so you could switch it around a little bit. John was riding side saddle the other day. He said that helped, but it seems too sketchy to me. Not really side saddle, not with like both feet on one side, but just like, you know, tilted. So you were riding sort of on your thigh instead of your ass. Anyway, we were on a paved road, and I thought for sure that was sort of the end and we were going to end up in that town. But no. We're on dirt again. And it seems like just about everywhere we've gone through since Colorado has some fire damage. Which kind of sucks. You know, I was wondering why Sam chose Port Orford as the ending point for the Transamerica Trail. I have no idea. But it's become like Katahdin is for Appalachian Trail hikers. Is it Katahdin? If I'm right about that, I get $5 from future Ange. Katahdin? That sounds right. Obviously, doing the Appalachian Trail is a bit bigger of a deal than the Transamerica Trail. I think that takes like 3 months, and it looks tough. And I would love to do that someday. But I'm not sure my wife would be into that. But anyway, Port Orford is the Katahdin of the Transamerica Trail. And pretty early on, you start having this weird relationship with it. Like you dream about getting there or something. As far as I can tell, it's just like an arbitrary place. I really don't know why I picked it. I don't think there's anything there. Maybe it's just because you can drive down to the beach. I don't know. But I must get there. So close. This is just a bummer to see all this fire crap. I mean, it's kind of spooky and pretty, but it also just sucks. I had put my helmet down on the ground back when we were helping Steve, and I think this evil insect crawled up in there, and I started hearing this buzzing sound in my left ear, and I thought it was the comm for a minute, but then I realized it was an insect in there somewhere, and I freaked out and had to get my helmet off to murder an insect. I couldn't even find it. I think it flew out when I took the helmet off. But that's not good. There have been several times when I've just felt something crawling closer and closer to my ear, and it's not a good feeling because you are positive it's going to crawl in there and eat your brain. I can sort of fit my hand up the side sometimes to just swish them out, but sometimes you just gotta pull over. Our plan was to go to this town, gas up, go a little further, and camp. But it's so late. What time is it? I can't tell. It's either 5:15 or 6:15. I'm not sure. But I have the sneaky feeling that we're gonna stay in this town tonight. cannot believe that we have not seen anyone other than that at that campground, and other than Steve on the side of the road. Nobody. No side-by-sides, no other bikers, no pickup trucks, no forest people. Nothing. It's pretty nuts. Hey, Future Ranch here. So we did zip into John Day, and we did end up staying there. It was a cool little town, like a little main street with some breweries and restaurants and stuff like that. It's kind of cool. Yeah, and Steve bought us dinner as a thank you for helping him with his tire, and we had some beers, and it was a really good night. Got a cheap motel, had a good night's sleep, and headed out in the morning. I don't know why I didn't film at all in John Day, but I didn't. So there you go. That's it for today.